Doubling to 64,000 people per square kilometer puts us solidly in the realm of high density. Like this part of Manhattan with a tightly built mixture of mid-rises and
Match
high-rises.
found.
This 12-story residential conversion of an old warehouse in Toronto that we describe as a short, boxy high-rise, and this more varied development in Vancouver that goes taller, 30 stories at its peak, but has more variation in open space.
128,000 people per square kilometer and above brings us to very high density. All of our examples here are from New York City, and most of them are very tall developments that try to incorporate park land or open space without going as far as having so much empty space that the density is substantially diluted, like we saw with the Coney Island example with all the parks and parking lots around the buildings. But once we get to the absolute highest densities, approaching 200,000 or even 300,000 people per square kilometer, we increasingly see tall towers that cover almost all of their lot. The very densest census block group in the United States is in the financial district in Lower Manhattan, where two skyscrapers, 57 stories and 37 stories, go right up to the street and together achieve an insane density of 282,000 people per square kilometer.
Based on this tour of population density in the US and Canada, from semi-rural suburbs to the ultra-dense residential skyscrapers of Manhattan, we have two main takeaways about density. The first is that density can vary quite a bit without necessarily feeling that different. We live in a medium-density neighborhood in Montreal, and one of the areas we looked at in Brooklyn feels pretty similar, despite having double the density. The basic development pattern is the same. The heights just go 1 or 2 stories higher on average. In the suburb of Montreal, whose abundant duplexes and small apartment buildings double its density compared to the more typical North American suburb, still feels fundamentally suburban with its open space and abundant parking.
The second main observation about density is that building height is one important factor, but not the only factor. At almost any density level, there's a trade-off you can make between building taller and having more of the space, or building shorter but covering more of the lot. Personally, we usually prefer a more traditional compact pattern, where buildings use more of the lot and come closer to the street, but it definitely is a matter of preference and taste. What some consider cozy, others consider claustrophobic. Another trade-off is consistency. Like we saw comparing Montreal and Minneapolis, apartments don't have to be as high to achieve a certain density if the whole neighborhood is apartments. If the apartments are mixed in with lower density housing like detached homes, they need to go a bit taller to bring up the average. And finally, we should mention that population density isn't entirely about buildings. Demographic and economic factors matter too. So places with high housing costs or low incomes will often end up with population densities higher than you'd expect from just looking at the buildings. None of the numbers that we've provided here should be taken as exact, but they do give a pretty good ballpark picture of what different levels of density look like.
Thanks for watching through to the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and a special thanks to our supporters on Patreon.
Cities in the world due to its amazing canal system. Have you ever wondered why Venice has canals at all? And how the region is a city unlike any other? I produced a video to answer those questions that's over on Nebula. It's a part of my Great Cities series, which so far has covered Paris' boulevards, the plan for Canberra, Shanghai's metro system, and New York's Central Park. New videos in the Great Cities series drop every month. They're longer and higher quality than the videos you'll find on YouTube, and ad-free. Sign up to Nebula so you don't miss any. How many people live in Venice? The official answer is 258,685 people. But for about 200,000 of them, home doesn't look like this.
Dominating.
Instead, it looks like this. To my eye, this looks like a normal Italian city, not the world-famous city with canals. That's because most Venetians don't live in the historic district on the side of the lagoon, but on the mainland. Here's the boundary for the full It includes the historic center right here, but it also includes many of the lagoon's islands and terra firma, or cays. Now you might be saying, so more terra firma seems to have more people living on the periphery than in the historic center. And you would be right, but here are the reasons why I think Venice is different. First, at its height in the 1600s, the historic center of Venice used to be home to 200,000 people, vastly outnumbering the population of the surrounding areas. Today it's home to only 50,000. That's a massive difference, and that decline is not caused by suburbanization like in US cities. Second, nobody thinks about the parts of Venice outside of the historic center. I guess that most people don't realize that Venice exists outside of the lagoon. Let's rectify that situation and learn more about Greater Venice and how it transformed into a city primarily in the lagoon to one where primarily people live on the mainland after the bike belt. In its prime, Venice was the center of a maritime republic with buildings like this and this. Venice surrendered to Napoleon in 1797 and became part of the newly formed country of Italy in 1861. Today, Italy is made up of 20 regions, kind of similar to US states or Canadian provinces. Venice is located in Veneto and serves as its capital. Venice is in the metropolitan area of Treve, for Padua, Treviso, and Venice. Taken together, the metropolitan area has 2.7 million residents. The cities in the region are for example, there are about 100 trains per day between Padua and Venice. The trip takes 29 minutes on a regular train and half that on a high-speed train. Most of these trains from Padua end at Santa Lucia Station in Venice's historic center, but many also stop at Venice Mestre Station, which is just as important to the rail network. So in the context of northeastern Italy, historic Venice is definitely a focal point, but it's also just one small section of the larger city of Venice, which is only 10% of the greater Treve metropolitan area. But like I said in the beginning of the video, it didn't always used to be. In the early 1900s, the majority of Venice's population still lived within the historic city. However, since the 50s, the local population has per year, and Mestre's population has increased as more and more people
10
want to
kills
live in
remaining.
the city and have chosen to live in the more affordable mainland. Residents are more occupied by non-tourism professions on the mainland, like in Marghera, which is a large industrial city. Now, over 70% of those living in the metropolitan city of Venice live on the mainland, and only 20% live in the historic city. Those who continue to live in Venice leave the island to do their day-to-day shopping in Mestre. So what happened then? How did the Venice that we all know and love, the center of a maritime republic that was incredibly wealthy, come to be just a smaller section of a larger region? Let's take a step back into history. Throughout its history, most of Venice's economy
5 kills remaining.
Venice also made things. The island of Burano specialized in lace making. Burano became a center for producing fine glasswares. In the past century, that glass-making industry has shrunk in size, mainly due to the fact that cheaper glass items like single beads and bottles could be industrially produced elsewhere. As a result, luxury glass products are produced in Burano today. Manufacturing doesn't happen much in Venice anymore, and its role as a trade hub has declined significantly. Beginning in the 20th century, the city put a great emphasis on the preservation of its historic architecture, art, and culture. Initially, this was great to experience these amazing attractions. As more and more tourists visited every year, shopping pursued more cheaper, mass-produced goods, including the artistry that historically went into prominent crafts and industries like glassmaking. Shopkeepers selling goods to locals just couldn't
1 kill remaining.
forcing them to move to the mainland or close entirely. As those older shops closed, more stores catering to tourists took their place. The reorienting of the city for tourists had an inevitable result: more tourists. The maximum sustainable daily number of tourists in Venice is around 22,500 tourists per day. Yet in 2021, Venice saw up to 80,000 tourists per day in parts of the year. This number of tourists outnumbers locals by almost 2 to 1. Some even call Venice a short-term city, as a majority of its occupants are only passing through the area, soon to be replaced by other tourists. This places a lot of stress on the declining number of remaining locals, who reported extensive hours-long queue times for restaurants, museums, and transit.
Hey man, like,
Oh, no!
oh no!
Oh,
no!
no.
So BS. This hurts. This hurts.
I mean, deserved maybe?
Yeah. He's got the last word in for sure. He stayed quiet the whole game.
I mean, bro, I'm not gonna lie.
class
You hit
act.
that perfectly. That was literally perfect.
These guys are a class act on DRX, man. Seriously.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he's got DR. I think it's a play,
Nope.
man. The first map, fine, but
To get smoked is that's just depressing.
Pretend to be AFK and spawn and slaughter them all when they come check on you. Now that's a play.
Gladiator?
Get back here, get back here.
Play?
Do we all hold our classics out and then we swap to Vandals, or?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm done.
So we just need to gamble that they don't kill us instantly.
Oh god, they're gonna find us.
That's fine. That's fine. As
shot.
long as they don't shoot us instantly.
I got all the cabbages.
Okay.
Never expected.
I think we just let them clear us.
I mean,
Okay.
he's staring at us.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't shoot. Don't shoot. Not yet.
Oh.
Not yet. Not yet.
I
Wait.
think he saw me move.
All right, let's kill him now.
All
No,
right,
no, no.
let's
Guns,
do
guns,
it.
guns.
All right, everybody.
Nice. Nice. All right, let's go A. Let's hit A.
Run down.
Flashing?
Oh no, this guy owned me.
Oh, this guy owned me while full blinded. He's hacking.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
rezzing.
come up. You're a real one. Yep. Oh, shower.
Reyna 80.
Oh.
Okay, Silent X is all you.
Remaining.
I mean,
Spike down. Attacker
it's all me, huh?
spawn.
Yeah.
JG's reappeared. We're safe.
30 seconds left.
Shutting them down. One suppressed.
Oh! Wow, that raise sucks. He can't even handle you in the
That guy
1v1.
is really bad. That guy's really bad.
Let's go. Let's go. What's it like to play with a Radiant team? Is it comfortable to play aggressively, knowing they have your back? Do their callouts make it easier to play the game? Maybe now you'll finally know if your teammates are the ones holding you back. Today, my Tier 3 Discord subscribers were given a chance to be the 5th member on a team with me, Silent X, OD26, and JG. The catch? If they top frag, I'll give them a $50 Valorant gift card. No ranked games were harmed in the making of this video. We played exclusively Swift Play. If this type of content interests you, I run Tier 3 events like this every Friday on my stream over at twitch.tv/Rahujan. Enjoy the video. Okay. We got JG. We got the squad. I'm going to pick the winner. Who's our first lucky winner? Keep in mind, I need you guys on your A game, because if one of these guys top frags, I owe them $50.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. I prepped for this. Last night I dropped 25 in the Swift play. I'm ready.
Oh, do you guys want to have the truth crosser today? I found it.
The truth
Yeah,
crosser.
I'll slash CC when I see.
I was
No,
gonna
I'll
put
DM
it
you.
on
I'll DM you the
Crosshair
code.
Cope.
Woohoo.
Yeah, I'll
That
DM you
sounds
the
like
code.
Crosshair Cope.
Crosshair Cope? Do you hear yourself?
Yeah,
No,
yes,
this is
dude,
Crosshair
Crosshair Cope.
Truth.
Wait, so
Are we
didn't pop
running
them.
like actual shit, or are we like?
We'll let Redo pick.
Hey,
Do you want us to try hard Redo?
yeah,
or what do
because
you,
like
what do you want?
since I want a chance, you know, so I want to take away an agent that you guys are gonna be really good at.
You can put us on anyone, man. Whatever you want.
So
Yeah. What do you want us to play? You can pick. I don't care.
no, play
Yeah,
whatever, but
play-
I
that's
think
kinda
I'm gonna
fun.
play Jet.
Okay.
You know, take that off.
He said play
Make it
whatever.
easier.
Do we just all pick duelists and
Just play
fry?
about whatever. I mean, 5 duelists kind of
Yeah,
works in
it's up
Swift
to you
Play
guys.
notes. It's like Swift.
Oh my god, it's a 9 duelist lobby.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
My bad. No, it's 10. It's 10. Harbor's a duelist.
Really?
Is he?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's kind of the same milk.
it's just the next patch. They haven't added it yet.
Back right.
Back
Watch
side.
out.
I'm running.
What you got down there, little man?
Doors!
Oh, that's more.
I got mine. One back side.
Back
Stairs, stairs.
You got this on.
Ran upstairs.
I was gonna go down to
I'm not using it.
Nice. Front yellow, dead. Back yellow. Nice!
Nice.
Let's go!
This guy goes, oh, Radiance.
This guy in chat just typed, oh.
Okay, there we go.
Do you guys want to all push me to A and then under bridge into spawn and B?
Oh, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, that was like killer
I'm
stuff.
sorry I'm leaking your screen calls. Oh god.
It's the Daywalker.
Jay actually just laid that guy out.
What's up?
What neon just threw that shit? Under bridge to B. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're catching pushing behind.
Going top bridge.
Millennium Halls?
Going top bridge. Their jet is top bridge, and I think the B players are outflank. Careful mid.
Okay.
Yep.
I say
B
bridge.
to B.
Right.
You guys want to go through tunnel and go back A or what?
Yeah, run the roll.
Good job. Okay. I think we go under bridge one more time.
charge for this hero.
Where is this guy? Maybe it's... He's top.
Alright, Zerk.
I'm slowing the title.
Ooh, I give him full heal, full heal.
Let's go!
This guy's probably.
We just diffed these guys.
Yeah.
You gotta play redo? You gotta play?
What?
What's the play? What's the
He's
play?
dying.